Hey internet people, guess who's bored out of their mind once again? I've decided that today I'm going to be creating a tier list of a bunch of different balls based off of how much I enjoy these specific balls in a completely non-gay way. Starting off, let's see, which one do I pick for the start? Let's go with gumballs. These seem great at first, they're really colourful and eye-catching and they look nice. It's always the gum that comes in ball form that ends up losing its flavour the fastest, making it very poor quality gum, and honestly it's a bit of a disappointment to balls everywhere. So yeah, that's going to go in C tier because it's just average. It's so painfully average. Next up, stress balls. These are great for approximately 1 hour before the levels of stress I exceed become too much for these balls and they explode, making a huge mess which then causes me to be more stressed out. They really need higher quality stress balls because a lot of people are significantly more stressed than these balls can handle, therefore D tier. Such a good concept, but so cheaply produced. We need more high quality stress balls. Next up, magma cream. This is technically a ball, even though it's depicted in 2 dimensions because Minecraft. And it starts off good. It's a decent thing. It can be used to brew potions of fire resistance, which in Minecraft are technically somewhat useful. However, if you're wearing full protection 4 enchanted netherite armor, you can just swim in lava. It doesn't even have to be fire protection. Just regular protection will do, and as long as you keep eating, you won't die, making fire resistance basically useless. Also, the only other thing you can do with this ball is craft magma blocks, and this is one of the most inefficient ways of getting magma blocks, as it is so much faster to just go and mine them, since you don't even need a H2 beacon to insta-mine the things. Therefore, this ball is essentially useless, and its one saving grace is the fire resistance potion, which is only useful prior to getting full protection 4 netherite gear, which only takes 1 or 2 hours. So, in a game that you can consistently play for hundreds of thousands of hours, it's only useful for the first 1 to 2 hours of creating the world, and that's only if you intend on swimming in lava, which, who's gonna do that? So it would be F tier with 1 minor saving grace that gets it in D tier. Let's stay on theme with Minecraft. Slime balls. They're like magma balls, but way better, because with slime balls you can not only breed frogs, which frogs are always fucking awesome. Frogs, amazing, 10 out of 10 animal, one of the greatest animals that exists. So that immediately jumps them up to a higher tier. But then, not only that, but they can also be used to create sticky pistons and slime blocks, which are some of the most useful things in Minecraft, which bumps it not quite to S tier, but a solid A tier for the slime ball. What else do we have here? Ooh, let's do some of the sports ones. We have the football. It's a ball. You kick it, and I hate sports. I hated being forced to play football and all the teachers and students acting like this was an amazing favour because all the boys love to play football. I fucking hated it. Awful game, it sucks, it's boring, F tier, fuck you, I've gotten so many injuries from getting hit in the face with footballs. But not as bad as the basketball, because when I got hit in the face with that, I lost a tooth. Fortunately it was a baby tooth, so I still have my tooth because it grew back. The new tooth grew in its place or whatever, but also F tier. But technically a worse F tier than the football. So, you know what? There we go. Football in F tier, basketball in F but worse, just because it knocked my tooth out and hurt horrendously. Oh yeah, we have the American football. I preemptively created its own special tier because it's not even an actual ball, it's shaped like a fucking lemon. Also, why did Americans name the game football? It's a game that not only is it not even a ball used to play it, it's shaped like a lemon. I don't know what that shape's called, but it's not a ball. It's not a fucking ball. Stop lying. It is not a ball. Not only that, you don't even play the game with your feet. I think you kick the ball like once at the beginning of a round, and then the rest of it is entirely played with your hands, and then you just like beat the shit out of each other or something. Insane. It's a worse game than regular football, and I already hate football to begin with. Next up, the big red balls from Total Wipeout. Love that show. These balls are so iconic. So many people recognise these balls just from looking at them without the name of the show. Amazing. Love watching people go flying off of them straight into the pool, hitting their heads, bouncing around on them. Awesome. S tier. Some of the best balls ever created. The balls that make up a pearl necklace. I think these necklaces look mid as hell. Boring. boring necklace. I don't like the way they look. That would place it in F or D tier. However, it's just too iconic for Batman's origin story that raises it to a B tier. Because Batman. No one's arguing with Batman. Bouncy balls. Almost S tier, but you constantly lose them and they end up, and then you can't find them, then you need to buy more bouncy balls, and then you end up with so many bouncy balls that you don't know what to do with all the bouncy balls. So, A tier. Bouncy balls. Some of the best balls out there. Lint chocolate balls. These would be an S tier. They taste fucking amazing. However, they are so horrendously overpriced that I'm going to drop them to a B tier. Because I'm not rich, but I want to put these balls in my mouth. Nope. Shouldn't have said that. On the subject of balls that I want to put in my mouth, I'll just commit to this. Mozzarella balls. They taste amazing, and not only that, but they're affordable. S tier. Golf balls. Now, most of the other sports balls have all made it into the very low tiers. However, golf balls, the sport is boring. However, they're just so cool and fun to collect. You don't even have to break into a golf course after dark. If you just walk around the general vicinity of a golf course, chances are you will find some that have flown out of the course and you can just grab them and take them home. Like, who's gonna stop you? Golf players? They play fucking golf. The sun. F. Fucking awful. I leave the house, it makes my skin feel wrong. It warms the air, which makes it difficult to breathe. It is one of the most awful balls out. You know what? Fuck you. You're wearing an F at worse. It's worse. It's so awful. I hate it. I can practically only leave the house at night time because I leave during the day and just begin to fucking suffer. Summer is the worst month ever created. Summer isn't a month. I'm a moron. Summer is the worst time of year ever created. Horrendous. The very fact that summer exists is proof to me that God is either an absolute sadist or not real. Sticking with celestial objects. The moon. It's like the sun, but better. Is it perfect? No, but it gains a ton of points because my man Vector was temporarily there, and being blessed with Vector's presence just makes it awesome. A tier. These big, like, gym yoga ball things, I don't know what they're supposed to be used for, but they're just so fun to fuck around with that they get an immediate B tier. The little ball that makes the rattling sound inside of spray paint cans. First of all, this sound is very satisfying, one of my favourite noises. However, it will lose some points because you can't even really see the ball unless you go through a hell of a lot of effort to crack these things open. But then it does gain some points because I associate spray paint cans with vandalism, and that's just awesome. So I think a solid B tier for that. And finally, we have the eyeball. Not only is it an important organ for seeing things, it looks cool, is kind of squishy, and you know, I've always wanted to rip one of my eyeballs out because I really want to see if I pulled the eyeball out of my skull, if for just a temporary split second I would be able to like see my other eyeball in like face, like eye to eye in the moments before it like dies or whatever, or stops being able to see, and I want to see my own face without looking in a mirror, and I really can't let that specific intrusive thought win because it will be painful as hell. But also, I've always wanted to have like a human eyeball in a jar on my desk or something, so I'm going to go with A tier because they're just cool. Those are all the balls I have today, but there are plenty of balls in existence, so maybe I'll make a sequel when I next enter a state of absolute crippling boredom and have nothing better to do than to judge balls on the internet.